English translation. 395th contact. Saturday, 16th of July, 2005, 12:16 hours.
Today I am here because of something special, which is why I am already coming. Because after our correction work, I want to leave with you to show you something very interesting. So let us have our actual conversation about the predictions. At 13:30 hours, we have to do the correction work together with Bernadette, and afterwards I want to take you to a certain place and give you a surprise. But before that, I would like to tell you a few things about our predictions. However, be greeted now, dear friend.
A warm welcome nevertheless. Peace is my greeting to you. A surprise. Fine, that pleases me. Then I will not ask what it should be. But I do have a personal question, if you do not mind. It is strictly private.
Ah, you also surprise me joyfully with your greeting. Of course you can ask.
All right.
For this, I have to be a little detailed in my answer.
Thanks for your explanations. Now you can report what will happen in the next few days.
Then I want to report immediately what will be important in the coming weeks regarding predictions. With the last predictions, we have stopped at the events around the 23rd of July, namely the terrorist attacks in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt and in Turkey, in addition to the fact that we have spoken of the great aridness and drought and the forest fires, etc., shortly after the Sharm el-Sheikh bombings. Another bomb attack will be carried out in Egypt, in Giza, but it will fail because the suicide bomber inadvertently detonates the explosive device too soon, leaving him seriously injured. And, as announced, terrorist activity in Iraq is once again increasing massively, killing hundreds of innocent people within a few days. Then there is the fact that in Nicaragua, an earthquake of magnitude 5.6 is causing fear and terror, while further seaquakes are to be expected, where the great tsunami disaster has claimed so many lives. There, the earth and the seabed will not rest for several millennia, and already on 23rd, 24th of July, there will be another seaquake of magnitude 7.2 in the area of the Nicobar Islands. Then it will turn out that the forest fires in western states of the USA will cause a certain number of human lives to be lost. On 25th of July, a special event will occur, namely that in Switzerland over Lake Constance a tornado will form unusually quickly, which will break out of nowhere and cause very serious damage, destroying a number of small airplanes as well as small ships and buildings and even large and very old trees, etc. That, in addition to unusually strong hurricane-like stormy weather with heavy hailstorms, as will happen in the coming weeks. Tornadoes and hurricane-like storms will also rage in Germany, just as a smaller tornado is expected in England along with large storms that will cause great damage, just as unusually severe storms elsewhere in Europe with large hailstorms cause great damage, which will continue to occur in the coming weeks. India will also be hit very hard by unusual monsoon storms, which will bring great flooding and claim well over 1,000 lives. Bangladesh will not be spared either. But now it is time, my friend, to turn our attention to the correction work.
Good. Then I am going over there now. See you 1623 HRs. I am back. Then I just want to lock the doors. Well, that is done. Then we can set off.
So it shall be.
Aha, and here we are. Where do you want to go now?
Eastbound.
How far?
We are already there.
The area looks kind of familiar down there. Is that not the Ofen Pass? The last time I was there with Quetzal was in the 80s. Over there is the national park where Quetzal and I watched deer for about an hour.
Yes, we are over the Ofen Pass, but this is not our exact destination because we still have to go offside. So, this is where we will station my flying machine while the two of us go down. Here, put this little device in your breast pocket. Then you will be invisible to the animals, just as they will not be able to smell you or pick up your swinging waves. I will also be invisible in the same wise, but we can both see each other. Yes, that is fine, then we can go down. Step on the familiar ground here.
My pleasure, and we are on solid ground. It is as usual. We can see each other, but the animals cannot see us. We can also perceive the smell and scent from outside as usual, and it smells good here. Somewhat unusual on this floor with my healing sandals. Can the animals hear us when we talk together?
No. That is not possible either. They can only hear our footsteps, so we have to tread carefully, also because of the vibrations. But now, my friend, we have to walk a little bit in this direction, because my locating device tells me that what I want to show you is back there, about 40 meters away. We have to walk a little quietly because our footsteps can be detected by the animals.
Then let us go. Ptah, something was moving back there. Yes, definitely, it is moving. Something brown. Man, Ptah, that is a brown bear, so they are back here. Beautiful.
That is a brown bear, yes. And that is also my surprise, because in your country they were exterminated by unscrupulous people. You have never seen one in the wild in Switzerland, and this animal is the first in about 100 years to re-enter the soil of your homeland. The bear has been in the area for 11 days now and has never been seen by anyone but you.
That is probably a good thing, because otherwise all those who want to drive it out or shoot it down will come again. I wonder if he will stay here. He probably immigrated from Italy, because there is no other possibility. It would be nice if he would settle down here again, and if crazy people would not shoot him to death again, as happened with the last bear in Switzerland, which was shot down on the 1st of September 1904, as far as I know. Is it possible to get a closer look at him?
We can go right up to him, and if we do not touch him, he would not notice us.
I do not want to touch him because I never want to pet wild animals. So we go. Yes, he is beautiful and big. Man, he really does not notice us. Ah, watch out, comrade. This guy almost stepped on my shoes. Hey, comrade, I told you not to ram me, Ptah. The guy really did graze my trousers, and he smells like a bear.
You should be a little more careful despite our disguise and not pass so close in front of him.
I did not mean to, because I did not realize he was suddenly moving so fast to the right and ahead. But you are right, because animals are always unpredictable, even in their sudden movements. Really, your surprise was a success. Thanks, dear friend. This is a little adventure for me, because I have never been so close to a wild bear that he could get in touch with me. Do we have a few more minutes to watch him?
Certainly, but after that we have to go back, because I still have some things to explain regarding your questions, which were related to certain forms of writing in the German language. What I am trying to say is, you have not lost your adventurous behavior, even though you have settled down for so many years. To tell you the truth, I would not have dared to come as close to the bear as you did, despite the camouflage. Only, it is good he had not noticed you, although he had touched you.
Thank you, my friend. Let me have another quarter of an hour.
Suit yourself. It is time to go, my friend.
Yes, I see time is up. Too bad. So no one has discovered the bear yet?
No, that is not the case, as I said before. It will also be a few days before it will be the case that he is sighted by a man, as I know from a vision of the future, through which I too first became aware of the bear.
When the bear is officially discovered, there will be a carnival, a big business for souvenir salesmen and so on. All the sensation seekers will also organize bear tourism and journalist bear tourism in the national park, and all the media will exploit the discovery. Nobody will bother to disturb the peace in the national park, because the sensationalism is bigger and everybody wants to shine with the fact that they have seen the bear. Certainly there will also be loudmouthed farmers, hunters, and other clever ones who talk about their courage, while others are scared to death. The best thing would be that the little animal is not discovered at all.
This will unfortunately be the case and unavoidable because the irrationality of humankind is very great. The only thing that is important for them is that they can satisfy their sensationalism and boast about it.
1747 hours.
So here we are again. Now I'm curious to hear what your scribes have to explain.
Then I will now come to deal with the written things that you have instructed me to ask our scribes of the German language about. A special committee was formed for this purpose, which dealt very carefully with your questions. Your statement is now as follows. Unfortunately, there have been mistakes in the German language again and again, as is the case with the new spelling at present. This is also the reason for the error that certain words are given an N ending which do not require this ending. So the N ending is partly wrong in today's German written language and therefore not generally valid. Your 3 written submissions submitted to me for examination, which you have taken from the 19th Contact Report block, were judged as follows after the most precise examination. The phrase "who deserve such terrorist criminals" is not written as terrorist. Go on. Have you found any other faulty items, but the faulty does not have an N suffix? In the following sentence, but it is still a minority that does not yet have great strength. But if this minority grows, then one day there will be no more criminal state powers and no more religionists. There is also no N ending for criminal, as is also the case with the word degenerate in the part of the sentence. Although such degenerate incidents have always been hushed up, this is also true of the words unconscious, conscious, and human in the part of the sentence, which is equally true of animals and plants that are susceptible to such unconscious or conscious human impulses. In the next part of the sentence, the same applies that there is no N end. And since all ape creatures carry within them some traditional factors of human character, also in the part of the sentence, such actions, that is to say, such operative interventions on the body as well as on the face, there is no need for an N terminus in operative, as also not in these parts of the sentence, and such water-storing rock and earth layers in order to come across such water-storing layers. Water storing does not need an N suffix, nor does strong and magnetic in the part of the sentence, but may have any particularly strong magnetic effects, etc. Our experts in German writing and language find it very regrettable that the spelling mistakes you mentioned appear in the German language, because these are double multiplications. Indeed, they explain, and I shall explain this in a simple and understandable manner, whether it is not the case that a plural noun before it also implies a plural word before it, and whether such a plural word precedes it can be very easily defined by listening to the spoken sentence. So you should not use the wrong spellings, but orient yourself according to your mind and hearing.
Thank your scribes and linguists for their efforts. Unfortunately, we earth twerps must also be taught by you in scripture and language, for this will make things worse and worse. The German language is more and more messed up and falsified, so that soon no one will understand what is right and what is wrong.
I know this as well as our linguists and writers, who say that it is really tiresome how the good German language is more and more falsified in word and writing. But now, my friend, it is time for me to go. Goodbye.
Take care, Ptah. Salome, you have given me a very special pleasure today. Thank you.